Evangelist Anita Fuentes here with an Open Your Eyes, People quick news update. Folks, this is a breaking news headline. Trump's national security advisor planning full-scale war in Syria. McMaster, his full name, Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster, is now wanting 150,000 boots on the ground in Syria, according to Mike Cernovich. Now, if you don't know who Mike Cernovich is, I will show you, or at least introduce him to you as best as I can. He's a journalist who broke the story about Susan Rice being the lead culprit in the leaking of masked identities and other Espionage Acts-related crimes. Mike Cernovich has reported that President Trump's national security advisor, General H.R. McMaster, the gentleman you see right here, is joining up with much deep state establishment, including his mentor, General David Petraeus, in the manipulation of intelligence information into a package that is favorable to and offers arguments supportive of a new war in Syria, that being from Rick Wells. Now, this is a very situation Michael Savage sensed and likewise warned against just yesterday. According to Mike Cernovich, he says current National Security Advisor Herbert Raymond H.R. McMaster is manipulating intelligence reports given to President Donald Trump. Please hear this, folks. This is very important. Cernovich Media can now report McMaster has plotted how to sell a massive ground war in Syria to President Trump with the help of a disgraced former CIA director and convicted criminal David Petraeus. Now, for those of you who do not know who David Petraeus is, David Petraeus was the director of the Central Intelligence Agency, which is the CIA, and he had an extramarital adulterous affair with Paula Broadwell. Now, he was a four-star general, and she was a journalist. So David Petraeus, this is him here, and well, that's her there. So turns out he's going to be helping McMaster make all this happen. Again, David Petraeus is the one who mishandled classified information by sharing documents with his mistress. As NSA, McMaster's job is to synthesize intelligence reports from all other agencies. President Donald Trump is being given an inaccurate picture of the situation in Syria as McMaster is seeking to involve the U.S. in a full-scale war in Syria. Now, please know this. Cernovich is not the only one who believes that Trump is receiving inaccurate information. There are other people who believe this as well. A lot of his supporters believe this. This is why many have either fallen away or just kind of pulled their support back because he's already went back or renegated on his promise not to get involved in the Syrian civil war. Anyway, let's continue. The McMaster-Petraeus plan calls for 150,000 American ground troops in Syria. Many special operation veterans, including General Joseph Votel, have raised serious concerns about McMaster's plans for Syria. Sources have also suggested that McMaster is sharing classified information with Petraeus, whose security clearance was revoked. This is Donald Trump. This is the actual general that we're talking about. And, please know that, Donald Trump was, satisfied with his pick back in February 20th, I believe. This is him introducing his pick to the worldwide audience. Check it out.
I just wanted to announce, we've been working all weekend, very diligently, very hard, that General H.R. McMaster will become the National Security Advisor. He's a man of tremendous talent and tremendous experience. I watched and read a lot over the last 2 days. He is highly respected by everybody in the military, and we're very honored to have him. He also has known for a long time General Keith Kellogg, who I also have gotten to know, and he's a terrific man.
All right, I would be careful with him, Donald Trump, because he may be the one who helps bring forth a coup d'etat on your administration if you're not careful. Okay, so let's continue anyway. It says here, the influence that Petraeus brings in from the NSA remains strong. McMaster was called Petraeus' golden child by some commenters, noting the strong influence Petraeus had over McMaster. Petraeus, the adulterer, you all remember, was considered for the position of NSA, but withdrew his name from consideration once McMaster's name was included on the shortlist. McMaster's appointment allowed Petraeus to maintain control over the NSC without bringing his considerable baggage to the position. Derek Harvey. Now, Derek Harvey, the top Middle East advisor in the National Security Council, has close ties with Petraeus and is close with McMaster. Now, if you want to know who this Derek Harvey is, let me bring him up here. All right, it's not going to let me. That's fine. Let's just go back. Harvey reportedly faces a massive EEO complaint from subordinates, although that investigation remains open. That's equal employment opportunity. Harvey and McMaster have been trying to subvert Joint Chiefs Chairman General Joseph Dunford and Secretary of Defense James Mattis. Now, Mattis and Dunford support working with our allies in the fight against ISIS. Harvey and McMaster are advocating for a massive American-only ground force. Folks, this is huge. We're talking about great conflict, a huge conflict that the U.S. may very well get themselves involved in as what it looks like now. Now, hear this part. Two men were standing in between another U.S.-led war in the Middle East, General Mike Flynn and Steve Bannon. Flynn was removed after Susan Rice unmasked classified information concerning him. Bannon's role within the White House was weakened by McMaster, who demanded Bannon be removed from his advisory position at NSC. Now, I know many were happy that Steve Bannon was virtually ousted out of his position at the National Security Council in the Trump administration. But Steve Bannon could have prevented us striking Syria and bringing us into a possible World War III. This is amazing, folks. Let's continue. McMaster's friends in the media, as part of a broader strategy to increase McMaster's power, have claimed Jared Kushner, who's been a huge thorn in many people's side, and Bannon had a major fallout. In fact, Kushner and Bannon are united in their opposition to McMaster's plan. If McMaster and Petraeus have their way, America will find itself in another massive war in the Middle East. Amazing, folks. Listen. Just get right, get saved. If you're not saved, call on the name of Jesus. You need to get saved. Don't get all, you know, she's getting religious on me. Just stop. You need to get right with God, because I'm telling you, folks, the day of the Lord is at hand. This is end time Bible prophecy. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook. You know, don't be offended. Just get right with God, and He'll see you through, because the day of the Lord is at hand. God bless.